I love this country, but it didn't come free. Someone much braver has been fighting for me. The American soldier stands strong and tall between us and danger, an invincible wall. We need to remember when we stop and pray, our American soldiers who live in harm's way. There's never a question, we're so proud of them. America's heroes, our women and men, who go where they're needed, leaving families behind. Our American soldiers, our strength and our pride. The American soldier, we salute you in awe of your courage and the hell you've been through. We're proud as one nation for the valor you've shown. Our American soldiers, we want you home. The American soldiers, we salute you in all of your courage and the hell you've been through. We're proud as one nation for the valor you've shown. Our American soldiers, we want you home. The American soldiers, we want you back home. Thank you. I want to sing a song for you that I wrote when I got to visit Nashville. It's called The Old Man. And I had dinner with Stonewall Jackson, and he inspired this song. Not because he is an old man, but because of the honor and the courage that this man has. It's called The Old Man. You can tell Dana's heard him. He was just an old man living down the street. We didn't see him other than the diner where it eat. I saw the paramedics come that dreary day. A sheet-covered stretcher took the old man away. I was one of the many at the sample yard sale. Just a few old remnants from his life's trail. His tattered family Bible, the item I chose. It put a rubber band around it to help keep it closed. It slipped from the Bible and landed on the ground. His last will and testament seems I had found. And feeling obligated, I picked it up and read, please do this for me after I am dead. For years I've been in my house, mostly on my knees, country, but God would keep her free. I put in my time, I fought in World War II. Now I'm headed to glory, and I pass the torch to you. I spend a lot of time at home, mostly on my knees. I'm carrying the torch the old man passed to me. When resurrection rolls around, before God we stand. At the head of the line of saints will be the old man. Mostly on his knees, praying for our country, that God would keep her free. When resurrection rolls around, before God we stand. At the head of the line of saints will be the old man. When resurrection rolls around, before God we stand. At the head of the line of saints will be the old man. Thank you. Have a great rally.
Hi, Dave. How are you? Here is
Hi everybody, I'm Rick Wagner. They asked me to come here today. Thanks for showing up. A little kite flying weather out today, huh? So this is a Freedom Colorado event. We got a lot of good speakers here. There's a couple I'm especially interested in talking about some things that are very important out here. Kevin McCartney was going to come up, but I think he's getting interviewed over here, or he might be getting arrested. I can't tell. Well, something. One of those two. He's unable to pop right up right now, so I'm going to jump up here and do a little bit of this. Let's see. Kevin King, where are you? Kevin. He's also getting interviewed. Okay. Well, what about Brandon? Brandon, you around? Siegfried? Brandon.
yeah.
Bueller. Okay. Well, I might do a little interpretive dance during this period at the time. Someone just told me, they said, I'm listening to you on the radio. And I said, yeah, I actually recorded this segment last night so that I could come here today. And for those of you who want to stay in a positive mood today, it's probably better you're not listening to the last segment of the radio show today, because we talked to Steve King last night in the legislature. They were still voting last night at almost 10 o'clock on the Senate Bill 252, which is the bill that's going to raise the renewable energy requirement on rural electrical cooperatives. And as most of you probably know, if you have Excel right now, this happened in 2010 to Excel. They raised their renewables, and I wish I could tell you what exactly renewables are, but you know, it can be a variety of things, I suppose. All of them are expensive. To 30% at by 2020, I think. But I know it is for the renewables for the cooperatives on Senate Bill 252. They want to take it from 10% to 25% by 2020. The concern of the legislature being, and I don't think I have to tell you guys this, is that this will dramatically, in some cases, increase the cost to rural electrical companies. And many of you folks probably, if you live outside you know, out in the hinterlands of Mesa County, or if you're from Delta and Montrose and some of these other places, or if you're on Grand Valley Power, things like that, that's going to affect you. And Steve was pretty upset about it last night, and when we hung up, he didn't think there was going to be any real way to stop it. They were trying to filibuster and you know, just essentially talk it through. And most of you know that it's these kinds of things that you see in the United States Senate and the House of Representatives and so forth, those things aren't really available in our state legislature. I mean, it's really a numbers game. If they got one more person than you, or we have one more person than them, and you don't want to, you can hold your votes and you don't want to listen to anybody, you don't have to. And that's pretty much what's been happening this session. So that's probably going to pass. As many of you probably know as well, we talked to Steve last night. The driver's license for illegal immigrants passed out of Senate committee yesterday on a strict party line vote. Will probably go to the full Senate. Steve thinks that will probably pass through as well. So all pretty uplifting stuff, huh? So little gatherings like this are going to be pretty important, but please try and follow the news this next 19 to 20 days. The legislature's still in session. Things are happening over there right now that don't usually happen this time. Usually the bills that show up at this time are not all that controversial. You know, the big stuff gets front-loaded into it, but it continues in this session, and our representatives that I've talked to over there are very concerned about it, that it's a situation that is very troubling, and they need your support, all right? And you know, I tell you, when you're over there and you're listening to what's going on, it's a lonely spot if you're a Western Colorado representative and you're a conservative and you're sitting in that chamber right now. It's good to hear from you guys, for our representatives to know that they have a constituency here that still cares, that's following what they do and supports them, because they kind of have a feeling over there that, you know, there's no support. You know, when you're on Capitol Hill in downtown Denver, it's not exactly the same as being here. So try and do that a little bit. Well, who I want to get up to, because it's an important thing to talk about, is Brandon. And is Brandon here by any chance? Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, Kevin, come on up and do your spot here. Kevin apparently wasn't arrested, despite what I said earlier, or if so, he's posted bond very quickly. So here he is. Go ahead.
I'm going to be real brief, give you an overview of what's going to happen today, and then we're going to get started with the program. Rick Wagner is your MC for the day, so let's give Rick a big hand. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Kevin McCarney. I am the president of Freedom Colorado. We're the organizers of this event today. When we start putting this together back in January, we started thinking about what did we want, what was the message we wanted to send. And it's pretty simple. Every booth you see here, every speaker you're going to hear from today are doing something. They are actively out fighting what is going on in the state capitol, locally, and nationally. And our message to you is we need help. We can't do it alone. And so this rally is about listening to them, hoping that they're going to inspire you. Listen to us, hope we're going to inspire you. Listening to great music from Joyce Schaefer and some various young folks and older folks that are going to sing some songs today. It's an exciting event, and my folks over at the dessert table wanted to remind you of the Banned by Bloomberg desserts over there. We have a lot of very good food. All those donations are going to help us pay for what we're trying to do. One of the ideas we have is we're going to see if we can attach ourselves to a couple of these lawsuits that are coming on the Second Amendment issues, because we know those laws that were passed by our do-gooders over in Denver that aren't going to do anything except cost the Western Slope money are unconstitutional. And as soon as they're challenged in court, they'll be struck down. The sooner we can challenge them, the better. So we need your support. You need to sit in. The whole day is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great speakers. I can guarantee you're going to be inspired. Thankfully, we have a microphone today so that I'm not going to lose my voice halfway through this. But Rick's our navigator, to use the term from the new healthcare law, is going to navigate us today through this whole agenda. So I'm going to turn it back to Rick, and I think we've got some veterans we want to acknowledge and stuff like that. So Rick Wagner.
Yeah, it's always something I like to do is, if you're a veteran of our armed forces, could you just stand up, please? Just stand up. I'd like to give you a round of applause. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate your service. And I'm very pleased to have you guys here. It's a, it's something that we all have to do. We've got some great people here today. I really want you to listen when Brandon Siegfried get here to talk about some of the BLM issues. I've been very surprised about them. On my website, I put up something from the NRA about shooting restrictions in some of these BLM regulations that are coming up about closing all the lands to the BLM and to shooting. And I'd like to get a little more information about that too. And as a matter of fact, I see some open carry fellows here. Matter of fact, what you need to do with that, is that an M14 or a Grand?
I'm supposed to be speaking now.
M1A. You need to put that in the trunk of my car for safekeeping. If you have any ammo with it, you can bring that too. And I'll just keep an eye on it for you. Been wanting one of those, and I just thought, well, it doesn't hurt to ask. Speaking of which is, at the radio station, I'm thinking about giving away a shotgun as my little contest and give away a shotgun through KNZZ. We're thinking about doing that. And I thought if we have a contest and give that away, I'm thinking about also adding a box of shells and the business card of a good criminal defense attorney, and we'll call that the Biden package. So that if you want to use that shotgun the way the vice president had laid out, you'll be needing a good lawyer because pretty much all his advice will get you sent to jail. So we'll be doing that too. Well, I wanted to say, where did Chris go? Chris Tomlinson is here from the newspaper and was taking some pictures. He may have left, but there's Chris. Just completely separately, I saw Chris here just this morning, or rather last night, I was digging some stuff out. I bought some photographs from Chris several years ago of a comet he took. Chris Tomlinson's the best photographer in western Colorado, I think. And just seeing him here, and just after I dug those pictures out last night and was going to show them to somebody, and seeing Chris made me think about it. So talented guy. And so let's see, who is here? I want to get somebody up here besides me. JJ Fletcher, are you here? Oh, JJ, I just saw you. I saw you back here. JJ, come on up and say a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Can't believe I looked right at you.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today and getting involved, and it's a call to action today, as every day it seems that we're having to chase and move ahead, and I just would like to thank Almighty God for giving us the chance to gather as American citizens. And I got active after a few years back when I guess Obama came into office, and I said, boy, this country is moving in the wrong direction. And after my family's been in western Colorado for 7 generations, and I said, we got to do something for our grandchildren, for my children. So that's why I'm out here today, to just call to action and just thank Almighty God for the opportunity to be here today. So. Hey, you're up.
Thanks, JJ. Having regular people who feel strongly about a topic, who feel strong enough to come out and take times out of their personal life, that's what making a difference in your community is all about. It's easy to get paid politicians and people like that to supposedly take an interest, and I say supposedly. And so regular citizens coming out, wanting to do things, wanting to be involved, that's the real way of change, not fake change either. By the way, we're starting some cooking over here. Jeff Laney is going to be doing some cooking. We all saw Arvin over here too. I see him milling around. So there's food over there. There is things you should definitely do, and there's obviously a lot of this stuff that I think you go to prison in New York City for now. There's a lot of stuff you go